Good evening and welcome to another amazing episode of Inspiring Young Minds. As always, it is so much of fun to meet you all, talk to you all. And today we are on day 3 of Navaratri, right? And mostly at the end of Navaratri, we have a function called Vijaya Dasami, which means that is the day or the 10th day. And that is the day when all children should study. And generally, when you're learning some art class or dance class or singing class or whatever it is, they generally begin on that day. So I thought, why not take a topic which is going to help you all understand how to learn better. And for most of you, exams are going on. And sometimes we learn, we read, we memorize things. But when we go to the school and write, we are forgetting. We are not able to remember. So I was thinking, I'm going to take a topic today, which is going to be on concentration boosters. Okay? So concentration boosters basically means how can I get better marks than what I'm getting right now? Because I have to increase my productivity. Okay? So good evening once again, and I'm going to share my presentation. So I'm sure all of you can see the topic right now. We are at Inspiring Young Minds session 19, and today's topic of discussion is going to be concentration boosters. I gave you some reasons why I chose this topic today, because as children, we need to memorize a lot of things. We need to learn a lot of things. And I wanted each one of you to do your best, especially when you're learning, right? So when we have a lot of things to study, a lot of subjects to learn, sometimes, we can get overwhelmed. Oh my God, so many things to remember. And if we have smaller siblings at home, we look at theirs and we feel, oh, that's so simple. But ours is so tough and things like that. So what I personally felt is each of us might be into a category where, that you are unable to sit in a place for a longer time. See, there was a time when we all used to go to school, and in the school, there used to be a class period, like you will have 40 minutes class sessions. And then the next teacher would come. So why do you think it was 40 minutes? It was 40 minutes because to help us understand that a child's concentration span can only be for 40 minutes. More than that, if you keep on talking, then they will not understand. That is why even at Inspiring Young Minds, we are only keeping a 40-minute session. Why? Because it will help you understand it better. Some children, they can't sit in a place for a long time. They can't sit in a very calm environment. They are constantly fidgeting or, meddling with things. They are unable to concentrate on certain tasks. They have physical movement, which means they're keeping on moving from one place to another. They talk to their friends. They don't listen or are not attentive in class. And when the teacher asks some questions, they will be like, I will answer even when it is not their turn. And they are not ready to give others a chance to listen. And sometimes they act without thinking also. And they are very impulsive in their thought process. And some, when our parents are talking to us or anything like that, they like to interrupt them. Generally, to get attention, they will hold on their parents' face like this and pull it towards them. So that is how they do. So concentration refers to the mental effort you direct towards whatever you're working right now. So you're bringing that concentration, or you're bringing the mind focus on that particular work alone. And sometimes concentration is confused with attention span. Attention span is how long you can concentrate on the same thing. But concentration basically means to focus only. So mind should be focused. Sometimes you will hear people say you can multitask. You can do this and that and so many things at the same time. Actually, children, multitasking is not very good. If you sit down and write down the work you need to do in a day, say, imagine you have 10 work to do. And all the 10 work, if you're going to do it at the same time, you tell me, will you be able to do it well? I'm sure you are saying no, correct? Because it is difficult for you to concentrate on all things at the same time. But if you concentrate on one work, complete it, and then go to the next, complete it, then go to the next, maybe out of that 10, you might finish 8. Or if your concentration was very good, you must have finished even 10 on 10. So every day night before you go to bed, you write down what all are the things you need to do for tomorrow. So when you do that, it becomes very easy for you to work because you're focused and you've written everything in the paper. Once you see the paper, it will become easy for you. So how can children actually improve their concentration? So first is exercise. So there are some exercises for children like plank, push-up, crunches, cycling, lunges and running, skipping, playing games. All these try to help you to get better attention and better concentration. So every day, at least try to exercise for 30 minutes. Okay? Whether there is school or not, get up in the morning and finish your exercise even before you have your breakfast. So that is very good way of starting your day, because when you do your exercise, your mind becomes sharper and you will be able to work much better. Next is to have a healthy breakfast. So if you finished your exercise in the morning, I'm sure you'll feel hungry now, right? So as a child, I will not say eat only so much, okay? You can eat how much ever you want. However, see that you are portioning the food. What does it mean? It means if you're taking, vegetables, fruits, then say idli or dosa or whatever breakfast Amma is making and giving it to you. See that you are portioning. Don't eat only idli and forget your fruits and all. So you should have a good mix of breakfast and have a lot of carrots and kind of fibrous food also. These are rich in fibers, have whole grains. So like when you eat chapatis and idlis and dosas, you will have a lot of whole grain. And I'm sure all of you know that idli is the most healthiest breakfast in the entire world. So when you put your plate with the proper kind of food, you will also be able to increase your concentration and attention span and also memory. So most of the times we say, never skip your breakfast. Usually when I talk to children, especially when there is school, they get up late and then they don't eat their breakfast before going to school. They might probably drink milk, or sometimes even that milk is in a bottle and they will take it and in the bus they might drink and go. So never do that, my dear children. You should sleep well. And if it is school days, I will encourage you to sleep at least by 9, latest 9:30. And if it's a holiday, probably like if it is Sunday tomorrow, then you can be awake for half an hour more, not more than that. You should sleep at a correct time and wake up at a correct time. So tomorrow is Sunday, right? I don't want you to sleep till 12 o'clock, things like that. It's not good for your health. So you should always get up in the morning and do exercise and eat your breakfast. So maximum you can have your breakfast is say till 9 o'clock in the morning. 7:30 to 9 is the ideal time. So if you get up at 10 and 11 on a Sunday, then how will you have your breakfast? And skipping your breakfast is not very good for your health. So from now onwards, I would expect all of you to definitely start following a routine and sleep well and get up in the morning, exercise and portion your diet and have a healthy diet. Next is for parents. So we have positive parenting. So what is positive parenting? It is that when your parents are supporting you, are encouraging you, are teaching you, inspiring you, and they are telling you certain things, so which you need to follow. So maybe you're doing some homework and you want some help. So your amma or appa, they're coming and guiding you in your homework. I don't expect them to do the homework for you. I want you to learn how to do it. Similarly, in projects also, I would encourage you to do that. Next is maybe some things like gardening or some other work at home, folding clothes, maybe, helping your mother or father. So that is very important. And of course, exercise, as I told you, if your father is going out for exercise and your mother is also joining, you should also join. So, that is a very healthy kind of a lifestyle. And when you do something good, if your parents are buying you some gift or giving you some reward, are encouraging you to do better in life, are giving you a lot of positive strokes and nice words to say, you should be able to be happy and understand and thank them for what they're doing. And when your parents are telling you to listen to them, you should listen. Similarly, when you have certain things to tell your parents, you can also tell them and they would also listen. Sometimes when you tell, maybe there might be things which are not right for you at your age, and they will explain to you why that cannot be done. So you should be able to accept those things. And you should be able to understand the rules they put for you. And never break the rules, because it's very important to understand. And generally we call this the marshmallow study. So imagine your parents are telling you, I'm going to keep an ice cream in the fridge. After 1 hour only you can eat the ice cream. And if you're going to study in that 1 hour, I'll give you 2 ice creams. So you should not think, "Ayo, my parents won't give ice cream, let me eat now itself." You should learn to develop patience. You should learn to develop understanding of what they are saying, and finish your work and then take the reward. Okay? And you should set routines also. Having a routine is very important, because when you have a routine, it will help you, get you much better in life in terms of sudden changes which when that happens. And when you have a structure for a day, it can give you a kind of a control of your life, and it can improve your focus and organization and productivity. So what is a routine which you all can have? Maybe you can fix up this is the time I'm going to get up every day. I'm going to exercise. Then I'll come back home, have a bath, eat my breakfast, then study. Then probably you might have some passion or say some hobbies. You'd want to draw or paint or sing or practice on your piano or anything like that, or you'd like to read some storybooks. So you should be able to allocate time for all that. And as I told you before, you should set a routine and sleep at the correct time, and wake up the next day also correct time. And wherever you need help in all this, you should ask your parents. Next memory booster is mnemonics. So what is mnemonics, right? So mnemonics means certain words which will help you organize, retain, and remember some information for an easy recall. Let's, for example, say news, News. I'm sure all of you must have heard the word news, right? But what does news mean? It is, expansion is north, east, west, and south. So that is the mnemonics for news. So when I say I have some news, which means I have some information which is there, and this information is coming from all areas. So mnemonics help students recall information better, and it also helps students retrieve information which is stored long time back. But that is also there. So it's a double advantage. And you can have flashcards. So what are flashcards? Flashcards are easy memory cards. You can have flashcards as a child, say when you are 2 or 3 years old. Like I have shown in this diagram, you can have such flashcards to learn about colors. You can have it to learn about numbers. You can have to learn about animals or birds or apples or fruits or vegetables, anything. Now, as you grow older, how can you use flashcards? You can use that as an easy memory retriever. And when you look at those flashcards, immediately you will know what you have to do. So basically, these flashcards are used for toddlers, as I told you. And this will stimulate your brain and helps you identify the object. That is why when you go to junior KG or senior KG nowadays, instead of writing just the word one, like ONE, one, they will make you draw an apple. And if they are saying two, TWO2, they will draw 2 apples. So you are able to visualize and understand, and that will help your brain get stimulated. It will also help you improve your awareness of the world, and it will engage your active recall and strengthen your memory also. Next is, I always look at children as the future of the world. So many of you might not know what you want to be in life. You will see an engineer today, you will say, I want to be an engineer. Then you will see a doctor, you will say, I want to be a doctor. Then you will see an aeroplane and say, I want to be a pilot. So you will be shifting on your what you want to take it as a career. I'm sure by the time you come to your 10th or maybe 11th and 12th, you will have much more clarity on what you want to be in life. However, there will be certain things which you like doing. Say, for example, some of you I know love dancing. Some of you like to do art and craft work. So you should always be connected with that passion of yours. And keep working on your passion and use it to help you to get your goals done. And as you feel passionate about doing things, it will give you a kind of an excitement, a kind of a wonder feeling in yourself. For some people, to improve your concentration, they use even music. So how does music help? If this is what you're asking, music actually has a lot of benefits. For the brain, it actually stimulates the brain. And it helps the connection get faster. I'm sure most of you attended that program when I did on dance. And I showed you a ballerina who was in her 90s. And she remembered the song when she used to dance as a ballerina when she was in a younger age, like say 20s and all. So that is very important. So if you like listening to music, and you should make use of that. And it's very good for interpersonal skills also. When you listen to a lot of music, you like to respect people, you like to respect things from various categories, and it improves your creativity. It's fun also, and it improves your listening power, your reproductive power, in terms of many times when they listen to the music, they're able to play it or sing it. So that is reproduction. And you can learn also. You can learn the voice tone, the pitch, the rhythm, the movement, all that also. And personally, when you listen to different types of music, you can learn different languages. It helps in coordination, concentration, self-confidence, and in memory. So at Inspiring Young Minds, it's always our effort to help our children understand a lot more of how they can perform and increase their concentration. And I hope today's session was helpful for all of you. And to see all these sessions, you can actually log on to our YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to that. You can write your comment after watching the session, and you can like and share it with your family and friends so that many more people can be benefited. And we have an activity today. So let's go ahead with the activity. So let's play a memory game. I want you all to see what all are those 10 objects here. It's all connected to your school. And I am going to give you 1 minute to see. Just see, don't write. And at the end of 1 minute, I will flip this presentation. And I want you all to sit and write all these 10 things. So I'm going to give you 1 minute. And once that 1 minute is over, as I flip, you will get to see the next. So we're going to have a great function on November 13th and 20th. And I want all your entries to come by the end of October. And we also have a toy drive. So give your toys and books, the ones you don't need it anymore. Share it with friends, share it with your neighborhood children or any orphanage. And you can contact me. My name is Vidya, and you can also contact Savita Aunty. And both of us are there to help you and guide you. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing so that I can see all of you. Great. I'm going to now put on the gallery mode, and I'm going to give you 1 minute to write down. Okay? So all of you have your pen and paper? Yes? So you remember that 10 things you saw right now? I want you to write it, all the 10 things. Okay? It's okay if you forgot, but write as much as possible. I'll give you 1 minute. Don't worry if your spellings are not right. It's okay. I'm going to do the countdown now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I want all of you to unmute now and tell me, switch on your videos and audios and tell me how you felt about the session today, and also how many did you remember to write?
Hello, Auntie.
Hi, Devna.
Today's session really helped me concentrate, and those tips were really nice. I note them down, and next time when I need to concentrate, I'll definitely make notes and eat healthy breakfast, and I'll definitely follow these steps. And for the activity, I think I remembered 9.
Okay.
And they were bus. It was the school bus. I saw a lunch box, pen, pencil, a eraser, sharpener, a book. I think it's 8. A book and a bag.
Okay. Good. So very good. This This is just to help you understand. What you can do is weekly once you can take a tray and you can ask Amma or Appa to arrange certain things in that and cover it so that you don't know. And then observe what is there and just take that 1 or 2 minutes to observe and then you write those things. So when you keep doing it time and again, it will help you remember better and do things better. Okay, Devna?
Thank you so much. This session was very nice. I loved it.
Yeah, because exams are coming for all of you, I thought it will be very useful to help you all understand how to concentrate more, right? Yeah. Yes, Arohi, I can see you're unmuted, so I'm going to go with you next. Tell me, Beta.
I saw a book, pencil, eraser, sharpener, bag, crayons, bus, lunchbox.
Very good. Lovely. So when you do these memory games, Arohi, you know what will happen? You'll be able to remember first by the object. Second, you will also learn new spellings because you're a small girl, right? So there are certain spellings which you might not know. So when you sit and write those spellings, it will help you, have a better vocabulary than your friends. So always think about it in that way and ask Amma to keep certain things and then remember and write it down. And after you write it down, you ask Amma if my spelling is right. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Very good, Arohi. Yes, Mahek.
Ma'am, today's session was really nice and I got to know how to concentrate really more. It was really nice and the things which I saw was, the first one is books, pencil, bag, bus, bottle, sketch pens, sharpener and eraser.
Very good, very good. So what I wanted to tell was, when you keep reading, reiterating, it will become easy. I'll give you a few more tips before we end the session. So every day, have a study time. Okay? Say not the school time. I'm not talking about the time when you are online with the school. No. I'm talking study time at home. So after coming back from school, at least 2 hours, not so much, just 2 hours, you allocate a time where you're going to study. Some children like to read out loud and study. Some people like to write and study. Some people learn and then they write it down. And it is very important for us to do this on a regular basis and try to finish your everyday topics daily. And then you can ask your parents to give you some kind of a mock exam. And you can, check how much you remember. Yes, Devna, you raised your hand.
So this started when we came to a new house, ma'am. Me and my dad discussed that we need to have at least 1 hour of study time. So me and my brother focus on spelling, we focus on numbers, and we have this topic like addition, subtraction, multiplication or division on maths. And then I was focusing on Roman numbers.
Yeah.
This today, and it helps me a lot when I take some time to study, and I would recommend everyone to do it too, to get more knowledge too. So it's really helpful.
Yes, very true. Many a times they do a game where they bring out their dictionary and they learn at least one word every day. So that will improve your vocabulary, it will improve your diction, it will improve the way you can use that in sentences, and it will help you when you read a storybook, it will help you read it better. So it's very important that, we are constantly trying to improve ourselves. So if you take 1 or 2 hours every day, I will say for children, say 5 to 8, at least 1 hour every day is good enough. 8 onwards to 12, 2 hours every day. Okay? So that it will help you. And it need not always be your school homework only. It can be some other homework also. You can take a puzzle book which your mother bought you, and you can solve those puzzles. So, you know, you're trying to work your brain every time. Okay? So wonderful talking to all of you today. Love you all. And as always, it's such fun to meet you all at Talk. So take care, cuties. And next week we'll have an activity. So we're going to do something called vegetable art. Okay? So we're going to have some vegetables, and we are going to dip those vegetables in some colors, and we're going to make patterns out of that. Usually you can use, you know, potatoes. You can use lady's finger. You can use a lot of, you know, vegetables where you find it firm. Like carrot, you can cut into like a flower and then, you know, press it on the paint and make a painting. So you can use vegetables, and you can make a vegetable art. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about that. You can even sit and do it during the session, or if you know how to do it, you can do it and keep it ready, so that next session when we learn, after we learn how to do vegetable art, we are going to you know, see your artwork also. Okay, okay, Arohi, love you. Take care. So take care, Devna. Take care, Arohi. Take care, Mahek. Take care, Sukrita.
Take care. Thank you,
Lots
ma'am.
of love. Yes, Arohi.
I loved the session so much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. Love you all. Love you, Devna. Love
Take
you,
care.
Arohi. Love you, Mahek. Love you, Sukrita. Take care. Be good children. And let's all smile for a snap.
Okay.
All of us smile. Double thumbs up. Lovely. Wonderful. So take care.